This is a complete fiasco.
Hey everybody, welcome to another IGS Q&A. Today we got Lynx and David. Thank you for being here again, David.
Thank you for being here again, David.
Thank you for agreeing to this. We know you love it so much. Thanks for joining the stream today. Little starter thing that I'll mention is that we got a pretty full schedule today, so it might be a little bit shorter than a full hour, but we got all your questions right here from the Discord channel for the Q&A. And we're going to get through all of them, and then we're going to try to answer whatever you guys throw into the chat as well. But just keep in mind that we have a pretty full schedule, so might just be on a little bit shorter side. And let me start by saying that we have sale still going on Steam, Epic, and Xbox right now. And the Baker's Bundle is out, and you can get it for those of you who did not already get a code, which is like 300 of you.
Did we manage to supply everyone yet?
We still have like 5 people that I need to get
so sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. I'm communicating with them, so they're going to get their codes. Don't you worry. And thank you guys for joining the stream yesterday. What else do I need to tell you? I think that's about it. So can we just get right into the questions? What do you say?
Sure thing.
We can, but do you think people remember David? Because like if you want to introduce
yourself. You want a fresh introduction,
yeah.
David?
So I'm David. I'm the lead programmer at IGS, and that's it. We stop with the details. Yeah.
Perfect.
If you want to know more, you can look at previous streams.
It was entertaining. You must go far back.
And Lynx, who are you?
Who are we?
Who are you?
Who are we? That's a great question.
Goes deep in details.
Yes,
you can.
Lately I have been experimenting with actually doing my job and being a producer. So
cool.
Well,
glad to hear that.
Wait, you work here?
No, I am an inventory item.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. First question from the Discord is from Tricky Jeebus. Any plans to add more music? Need more bangers?
I fully support this suggestion. There is, however, a monetary issue tied to licensing music. So yeah, we should take some. We are not adding something in the next update, but we are looking into ways how to do this. And I agree that we need more bangers because it gets old, doesn't it? So, yeah.
True that. Next question, also from Tricky Jeebus. It's a two-parter. Have you considered adding frame gen for performance improvement?
So we have been working on this. However, with the engine version that we are using, there are some issues. So currently this is on hold, and I do not know if this will be possible anytime soon.
Well said.
However, we are still working into other kinds of optimizations continuously.
Yes.
So,
but frame gen with the engine version that we are using is causing random crashes. Which is not great. So for now, we opt to not enable it.
Oh, that actually reminds me. The other thing I wanted to say before we got into the questions was that 12.1 is out.
Yeah.
So a lot of the fixes
Yesterday,
have been addressed in that. So
if I may address towards that,
please.
I was pleasantly surprised, and in the same sentence, I need to gravely apologize by the amount of people that ran into an issue when they were leveling up from level 154 to 155. There was a bug that you would actually get black screen at the end of the mission. And I did not know that many people actually would be on this level. So that's great. And again, sorry. And when you will run the game today, after the update, it should auto-repair unless we already repaired the save for you because you contacted us. So it's a silver lining thing. So thank you and sorry. And let's continue.
Congratulations to all of you who reached level 155. Big achievement for Crime Boss. Captain Spaghetti. On the roadmap, Update 13 includes Cracker in the Arctic, so it seems safe to assume that his missions will be repurposed. If that is the case, are there plans to repurpose other story character missions in the future?
So I would have a counter question. Was he promoted from like soldier to Captain Spaghetti?
Well, Captain Spaghetti. Okay.
Okay.
Not Cracker.
Yeah.
Sorry, random leaks mode.
I was about to actually give a legit answer. Well, so a private in the
Just
Spaghetti
drop
Army.
some lore for us. Thank you about spaghetti.
So the mission is heavily inspired, and I will actually disclose that we wanted to go that way, but in the end we needed to do more changes, so we actually build the mission from scratch. So it is inspired by the environment, it is not repurposed, but we want to bring more environment variations, and it's not just copy paste. For like a day I hoped it would be, but it wasn't, because the optimization needs to happen, and not everything was aligning. So we just did it grander, bigger, inspired, not just repurposed. But if this will be something you will like, we would like to make more diverse environments, because the city may also get old, and if you don't mind that it will take you out of the, I guess I can say it, out of the USA territory, then why not? I can see other games doing it, and I hope you will like it. Yeah. So yes, we want to inspire more missions by other than city environments. No, it wasn't repurposed. It was quite a big chunk of work.
Well, it sounds also like an invitation to give your guys' suggestions. So why don't we plug the Discord, Jackie?
Always.
I'm sure all of you guys are in the Discord, but if anybody watches this back on YouTube or Twitch, then...
I would be very surprised if someone did not know about the Discord, but yeah, stranger things happened, I guess.
True. Okay. Brick Lover. Is there any reason why you nerf team members' perks in multiplayer mode to have lower than max level in campaign? And is there any chance to revert it back before this nerf, since it just make AI having less survivability, unlike fully tier 3 perks for boss?
So do you want to take it or should I take it?
It's your question.
Okay. Well, I just don't want to take too much of David's screen time, because as you might have
He
noticed,
loves the limelight.
Yeah, and sometimes I get a little bit cranky when Jarek speaks like 95% of the everyone is laughing at it. Yes, good. And Jarek is traveling, so he's not watching this, so I'm safe. So I don't want to be the same. So if I understood the question correctly, and please correct me if I'm wrong, if you are here in the chat, it is about that the characters such as, for example, Jupiter or Mozart don't have all 3 perks on tier 3. There is always one tier 3, one tier 2, and one tier 1. So I will be addressing this. The reason why is it like this is that we have different rarities of the character, we have different uses for the character, and we did it in a sense of balancing this way, so you can somehow excuse why this character is unlocked on this level and this character is unlocked on a later level. At the same time, I understand that if you have a favorite character, let's say Viz, I heard some people like Viz, doesn't seem to be as good as he could have been, it might be disappointing. So if you have any suggestions and any like strong feelings about this, we can always like revisit it. But at the same time, we are working on a way how to make these characters more spectacular, and this ties into some other questions. For example, into the Jupiter that we will be talking about a little bit later in the questions because it's there. So it's not the end state. This is like the first evolution of the character, and there will be also another evolution to the character, and it will be more out of the place and more ridiculous.
The characters will continue to improve and get better. Is the short of it.
But we are open to discussion about, okay, this should have this on level 3, and we'll say, maybe.
Okay, all right. Here's the next question, and I'm sure after we answer it, we'll get a lot of drop-off in viewership for the stream because everyone will have their answer. What is the devs' reaction to the janitor petition?
So maybe we should save it for the last? Or something like
Okay, yeah, all right. Let's save it. Yeah, let's.
I was joking.
Okay.
So let's talk about the janitor. So first of all, we are super happy that the freaking petition happened.
And for something that we never thought was going to get. Like,
but this is the voice of the people for the people.
Spoken,
No, it is great because people care about it, and that you chose this specific little thing to channel the passion. And as you know, making characters, because it's not a full-fledged character, it's a little bit faked. It takes some time. So I don't have a definitive answer at this very point, but me and Diarek, we are talking, and we will soon share with you a way how we together can make this happen. And it will be involving community in some way. And if we are successful, then we will do it, probably. And what is even greater is that one of the suggestions, and I fully support the suggestion, is that Jarek would voice that character, like fully voice over by Jarek, and I want him to do that. It would just imagine the Eastern European janitor going around with Jarek's voice, like.
I can't wait to direct his sessions. That'll be great.
Definitely, and I think it would be super fun.
Last time, Jarek was recording voices. You could hear it throughout the entire company. So I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah.
Maybe we need to hire an external studio for the recording.
Yeah, in some different building would be better.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So details to be released.
And he already agreed to it, to the voice acting. This is not just me cooking from water here. This is something that we are seriously watching at, and this will be even like getting the petition to some signatures or something else that will involve the community, just to show everyone that we really want to do this.
Cool. All right. Hope you guys are all happy about that news. Shinky, are all the Big Shot characters going to get variants? Example, Vixen Vamp, Mighty Mother, Whitebaker, etc.
So we will continue expanding this. There will be more, definitely, yes.
All right, cool. Another question from Shinky. Will weapons such as Cracker's Chopper and Silver's SMG be up for use?
So, when I saw this question, I started thinking a little bit, and the reason is that we felt like we have too many unlockables already in the progression system, that we have too much stuff for the players to go through. So in the last update, maybe 2 last updates, I don't remember, we didn't add more. So if you think, guys, that this is something that we should add, that we should do, we are happy to do it. We just didn't feel like adding 5 more levels with 5 more unlocks is something that the community would like to have. It's not that much work. It should be fairly easy to set up. We would still probably keep like the specific skin to the character and what's not, but the weapon combination, when is the drum magazine for the chopper, for the cracker, and the sight there, that can be done. Just let us know. Do it.
I see one question in the chat. Are any update on getting KC voice lines?
No, we don't have any update on that. Okay. It's more complicated with the celebrities, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because I think when we originally recorded them, we didn't really plan on having them as playable characters in the first place, right?
Yeah, there are some limited things that we tried to recycle from the sessions to add. But
so we were able to do that with some of them, but for some characters they had limited cutscenes and limited recording sessions.
We also have had very limited time with some of the actors because they are busy.
Busy. All right. Sergeant Panda, is there any hope of seeing White Suit Nasara, as seen in several official game artworks, Steam trading cards, and the end of campaign cutscene, as a playable skin for multiplayer?
So first, I believe we need to just get Nasara in, and then we can work on the White Nasara. I don't think we have this currently planned, but it is something that we can look into. Am I correct?
Yeah, and I know that this is not the same thing, but as we have added the White Baker, and we are expanding, for example, with Jupiter and what's not, if there will be... It is a matter of priorities for us, basically. So if you would really like to have a playable Nasara, it is doable. Again, let us know. I guess Janitor is a much bigger star at this point for the community, but this just needs to be put into the timeline for us, and it is definitely doable. Not planned, but we didn't know that someone would like prioritize this over something else. So yeah.
There were some...
if you know what I mean.
Yeah. This makes me think there were some questions or suggestions, I guess, that I saw on some of the other social medias. Like, repetitively, I saw, like, please paint Runaway's nails and stuff like that. Have you seen anything like that? Or make her heels higher. Jackie's seen that. Have you seen those? I was like, I don't even know how to begin to respond to that suggestion, but
Just do it, Jack.
Okay, I'll make it. I'm on it.
Maybe if you will center your monitor correctly and just paint the places where the nails would be most of the time, just
there you go.
Send us a photo and then we will consider it.
Miles says, could you incentivize players to play game modes they normally wouldn't? In the server browser, people will usually be playing Gold Cup or other major heists.
Yes, I think that's a great suggestion. We don't have any specific plans for that yet, but I definitely think we can do something to mark a specific mission with some bonus or something like that.
All right, cool.
However, as a question towards the audience, is this something that... First, do you think that this is because of the yield from the mission, like these missions that are being played give the most money, or is there something else? And the second... would you suggest like having a specific like mission focus that it would give more some of the 1, 2, 3 again English second language, sorry, Eastern Europe, blah blah. So would you prefer to have one mission, I don't know, per week to be marked with plus 20% loot or what's not, or having some Easter egg there, or what do you think would be nice? Central Europe, okay. That's the lockdown. Doesn't matter. Central. No one knows what Central Europe is. Only people that live in Central Europe. Man. Like it's like Midwest in America. Like I know it exists, but I have no idea where it is.
I will not give my opinion about this Central Europe stuff.
Because you are from somewhere.
Somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So give us your suggestions. Scotty says for Horde mode, this is a 3-parter. So we'll go.
Okay.
For each. How come weapons aren't displayed when choosing?
Horde mode. So please keep in mind that the Horde mode was originally supposed to be, or that was an option that it will be only included for one update. So it was an experiment. We didn't know if people would like it. It seems that it is very well received. So right now we are considering, and I would say that we already are set on having it in one more update at least, and maybe more, with some changes based on your feedback. So this specific point was a point of discussion even within the office before we released it. How much do we want to show player what they will get, and how much don't we? As you can see, for example, for the equipments, you can see it. With the weapons, we chose not to, and to see how you will react, how the fans will react towards that. So this is something that we might change in the next update with a little evolution of how the Horde mode works. Why did we choose it? Because we didn't know what is the right answer. So it might change in the next one, and then maybe people will not like it anymore because it will be too obvious what is happening. I don't know. But we are listening to that feedback, and we always had in mind that if we will continue with the Horde mode, then we will implement and change some things, definitely, because it was not perfect. As you know, it is not perfect, but it is very, very fun.
but lots to able to mess around with for that. So,
What's the second part?
why don't dead teammates respawn after winning a round?
Good question, easy answer. It would be too easy.
That would be too easy. Can you make it so the AI allies can follow you around?
Yes, but will we? I don't think so. It might be more problematic for performance. It might be more problematic even what they would do at what point, because they might be slower. We didn't test it. We might play around with it. I don't think we will play around with it for the next update. But maybe a resident smart person can...
Well, I think you said it correctly, but the main thing there is it's a new game mode that we are checking like how people like it. We are iterating over it. We will be making some small changes for the next update. It will definitely be there for the next update, and then we just continue on it. So this feedback is great, and just post even more feedback in Discord. But it's an iterative process, and every update we will play around with it. These specific suggestions, as Links mentioned, if you would respawn after the round, might be a bit too easy for the friendly AI to follow you around. That might be a good suggestion. We might do a playtest internally with it and see how it feels, but just give your suggestions and we will try to make it better. Even better than it already is.
Okay. That's exactly what I would have said. When you said
well said.
When you said resident smart person, it was probably directed at both of us. So yeah, tricky.
Oh, I forgot you are American. Apologies. The resident not as smart person would be the...
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That would be David, you are the smartest.
Thank you. Tricky Jeebus, again. Can you add more out there buffs for Rockay Rumble since it's already an arcade type mode?
Yes.
Yes.
Give us more suggestions.
Okay.
Definitely. This is based on what David said. We want to upgrade, we want to continue. Let's go.
All right. Any thought on different challenges or modes for Rockay Rumble?
Still the same answer. We're playing around with it. Definitely, if you have some specific ideas, just try them out there, and we can pick them up and play around with it.
So I will not share. You will see. No.
All right.
Eventually.
Sub-Zero, will Buddy be added as a boss skin?
So, thank you for the question, Sub-Zero. I am a fan, by the way. I played Sub-Zero a lot in Mortal Kombat. This is a divisive character. So when we went out with the Cagnalis Order and Buddy was introduced, and robots in general were introduced, we had very mixed feedback regarding this. With Buddy, mainly about the post-process. We had internal fights about if we should remove it or make it less prevalent or what to do with it. And in case if we remove it, isn't it too OP because he has all the targeting mechanisms and stuff like that, the outlines. So we didn't prioritize this question. We didn't talk about it in the past because just many people like it, but also many people dislike it. So we chose to go with a route of, for example, making the big bad Jupiter rather than experimenting with Buddy. So I know that I'm repeating myself at this point, but if there is people that want Buddy, it is definitely doable. It's not that big of it's a medium issue, let's say. But it is not planned now because we just feel that more people will like other things sooner.
Yeah, it's always just a matter of priority. And there's still some work to do on Buddy, I would say, before we start pushing it again.
Please keep in mind that we are a small team relatively, like there is 40 people-ish. So we really need to pace it somehow.
Mm-hmm. Good question at the bottom, Lagoshi the Gamer. Will you guys add boss fights for the other rivals?
We are working on that. So
maybe you can't say any more than that.
Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Maybe next one will be here, or maybe he will not be. I don't know.
We'll see. King Day. Would the developers consider adding permanent perks or bonuses to characters when players have completed their respective storylines?
So, seems easy, is not. We had something like this in the past before we changed the whole multiplayer co-op progression thing or edit the progression thing.
Before update 8.
Yes, before update 8, when you needed to finish the plotline in order to unlock the character and what's not. And this was super confusing to people, so we opted not to do that anymore. Also, when would you apply this? Would you apply this for the campaign? Because you play the campaign and then you win or you will fail, you will reset, you might get different characters and what's not. So this is not really something that, in my opinion, is worth doing for the player. I'm not saying for the developer, I mean for the player. If you want it for the multiplayer, then there is an argument with you need to play single player to have multiplayer benefits, which doesn't seem to be what you want, guys. Therefore, how to put this? We don't plan on this, and I don't think there is a case for it at this point.
Okay.
Honestly, so we want to make different things with characters, but not connect it again back. And there is also a part of the question asking if we will consider reverting it. That is not technically possible. The system is brand new with the progression. We cannot make again. So instead we are doing the max characters thing. That might be something along those lines, might be not. We will see when the Jupiter comes out and they will tell us.
I think maybe someone from IGS is watching the stream, because Corbic123, don't know who that is. When there will be a new mission from Jackie?
I don't know who Jackie is. When there will be okay, Jackie, come on. So I don't remember from the top of my head when there will be. It will be soon next year, I guess. Yes.
It better be done in 3 days, Jackie.
Okay. We have some technical difficulty.
You better work hard. All right, we only have 3 questions left from the Discord channel, so as soon as we're done with that, we'll kind of start to wrap it up, but get your questions into the chats, and we'll make sure to answer them as soon as we're done with these 3, okay? Jaden Fire Cool, can we maybe get a hint at the next DLC or heist coming to the game?
So, I do believe that we already hinted this with the Winter Ops mission of the
roadmap?
Yes, that there is a specific Arctic looking, maybe not Arctic, maybe something different, so snowy map. This will be coming this year if everything goes right, and it seems it is going right. And the next DLC it would be Jupiter at the beginning of December. Jupiter DLC character pack. I think there is one more question about it, so I will not go into detail.
Okay, copy that. I think that's pronounced Scoozer. Can you make it so EMP grenades also work on lasers as well?
Yes, we will look into that.
Great question.
Technically possible. Need to check with the mission designers if they're super happy with that, because it affects their mission design, but it should be viable, so we'll take a look at that for sure.
Nice. All right. Last question. Sharky Gaming. We need to know why in story mode, if you finish a job in stealth without detection, the investigation bar still goes up. You can't add heat to something the cops didn't see or knew who did it.
Okay, so we are now going to have a little argument, not real time obviously, on the logic in the video game. So, first of all, let me start that the investigation is death timer mechanic, basically. So you need to beat the game before the sheriff somehow, and it is Chuck Norris, so he will get you eventually. You don't need to ask why, he just will. And with the upgrades, you can delay it. You can also bribe someone. There are random elements that you can do to delay the investigation. However, I understand it might not be the most preferred way of doing it. But your argument with that you have done missions stealthily may be that you have tied up 20 guys, not killed them, and they are supposed to be happy about it and not tell anyone. So just saying that. At the same time, with the gangsters, you killed 45 people and no one noticed.
And you're doing all these crimes with no, their faces are just out there, so I'm sure they have plenty of descriptions about
we don't wear masks, right?
No, we don't wear masks. No. All right, so that was the last question. Stylish Scoundrel, this is a good question from him. In the janitor partition, we came up with weapons and voice lines. Will these be used? Well, it's just, I think it's still up for debate, right? Because so we're still internally discussing.
Oh, we
it.
know the voice actor, but we can take a look at those lines
Okay,
and
we can take
weapons
at
for
those
sure.
lines. Yeah. Maybe there's some good writing in there.
Jack, I'm missing a question about
too.
cross saves, didn't I? Like, I don't think you have all questions done.
Well, wait.
Do I not?
I have papers and my glasses, so that's good. Wait. Any plans for cross saves?
Yeah.
Not at the moment. That would require account linking, and especially for consoles that need to be included. We are not planning with any account linking anytime soon, so that will be a while before we consider that.
Any required account linking? You can, if you want to.
On consoles?
No, sorry, I didn't.
Consoles. So
sorry.
Because for PC it would even be possible, meaning Epic Game Store and Steam. But as we are working towards crossplay, and hopefully we will roll it out very soon, on consoles we will not do any, not even optional account linking. So it will not be possible there until we actually implement something like that. And this is something we don't have planned. It's quite difficult to do, so not in the foreseeable future.
Regarding crossplay, there was a question at the beginning, and I would just like to say something new. We are actually now testing the implementation. So something bad may come out of it, but it shouldn't. So we should be done with implementation, basically.
Yeah, that doesn't
Or
mean that
almost.
crossplay is done. There are still steps after that, but it's going quite well and we are getting ready. What you will see in update 13 is a lot of quality of life improvements that are preparation for crossplay. So you will see all kinds of small new multiplayer features that will get us a step closer.
Dark Soul Kui, we appreciate you all. Thank you, Dark Soul Kui. Trey Stone, will you guys add a skill tree tied to account level where you get skill points up to level 100, for example?
Not planning?
No, not planning.
Tricky Jeeves, my suggestion on the repeating missions on multiplayer is to give players bonus rewards for playing a variety of missions in a row. If they play the same mission again, they get minus 10% rewards.
I personally would not do the minus 10% rewards because it's
I want people
punishing.
to play.
Yes, it's punishing you for playing the game. But we can always give you something positive, so definitely we can do in some every...
Bonus for the smaller missions. that you
Yeah,
might
for
usually not
random
play.
mission, if we notice you didn't play some specific mission in a while, we will just give you 20% extra reward. For example, I'm not saying it's going to be like this is up to our designers, but we could definitely look into a solution like that.
There was a part of the question that was skipped, that it's been thought of what new options will player have to spend their money in the multiplayer portion of the game. What we have now focused on, and I hope will be much better, is to give players enough money to comfortably buy the upgrades that they unlock, because it wasn't before, in my opinion. We were too harsh maybe, and there were also some bugs with how the rewards were calculated. So now, if this will be working correctly, we can then focus on widening the things that you can spend the money on. For example, further customizations, not the direct modding of the weapons. That's a very big feature, but this is something that we want to do a little bit later, because now it felt like people are frustrated by the lack of resources to purchase the things that they actually unlocked.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for your suggestion, Tricky Jeebus. What else? Can I get the guy with the skull mask from a Halloween background as the Boskin? I only just saw that the other day. It made me laugh.
What guy was called?
You know, it's like some dude with like horns and stuff talking.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe eventually, but this would be part of something bigger
Something,
that
yeah,
I really want to do. But this is something.
Okay, I think we're coming up on... Oh, wait. Trey Stone, will you guys add a fourth unique perk for team members and a unique weapon or equipment each? Currently, there is no incentive to play team members when the boss can get all tier 3 perks.
There is something in plan to actually have the reason to do it. It's
The usual.
In progress. Tonus Gaming, more weapon DLC? Question mark.
Right now we will be doing the characters that will also contain the weapons, not just the weapon packs themselves, because they didn't seem to be that favorite over the other. We will see. Maybe yes, but right now we would like to see if the Jupiter will be more value for you, actually, better value.
Okay. I think this is a question that I've seen twice now. Will there be a skin for Runaway in the future? Can't you already play as her? I'm a little bit confused by that one.
I think it just means a variation.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We have something in mind, yes.
All right.
But it would be a little bit later, though. Right now we have other things that will come sooner.
Gotcha. All right. Last couple of questions here, and then I think we're going to start to wind down the show for today. Is that Rockay Rumble lore? There is plenty of Rockay Rumble lore.
There actually is, but it wasn't shared in large quantities, and I don't know if we want to share it now. But I would say that Jarek might be mad.
I think it could paint paint us
do
in if we start sharing Rockay Rumble or Rockay City lore now, I think it could potentially put us in a quarter for future DLCs about what we could write and stuff like that. So maybe just not announce the full past quite yet, but we'll announce it alongside.
I would just then say that magic exists in our setting somehow, but you prefer, or the Travis Baker prefers guns because you don't run out of bullets. You can run out of spells.
You can run out of magicka, but you can't run out of bullets.
I will just accept that answer and start the discussion here. It sounds good.
Okay.
You can magically fit any bullets into your weapon from your enemies, so that's already magic.
Boskin rewards.
And I will like to keep it there.
A suggestion for future Horde mode updates: Boskin rewards for completing it and possible future maps for it. Please add that to the suggestions tab in the Discord. Can Runaway get her katana back? I guess that's probably tied into her future.
Yeah, that potentially.
Potentially.
Then there is Casino Heist. I don't want to comment on that, but that's not a no.
It's not a no. Trey Stone,
yes.
Any plans to increase build diversity?
Yes.
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 Tricky Jeebus, magic confirmed.
Yes, and as you have seen, many things that I would not be able to explain in normal world, I can explain now in game with magic.
There you go. Okay, I think that just about covers everything. If you got more questions, please message us in the Discord, and we'll try to get back to you, but we have to get back to work, don't we, gentlemen? Thank you for watching the Q&A stream today. Make sure you tell everybody that you know, everyone, that Crime Boss is on sale. You can get the Baker's Bundle DLC, and 12.1 is out now.
Share the petition about the janitor.
Share the petition about the janitor. Details coming soon.
It's top stuff. Like,
top stuff.
I wouldn't dream of this. At one point in our collective career, we would be able to say these words. Please share the petition
for the
about
janitor.
the janitor.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Guys.
Thanks for
Take care.
Guys. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Where the bag at? I'm in love with the crime and I can change that. Million on my mind, money to the grave, money till I die. So what you say? I don't wanna hear you. Shut your mouth, put your hands in the air, you fucking clown. Give me all you got, yeah. Give me all you got, yeah. Bang, robbery, they be talking about the crime boss, yeah, that's me, Bang, robbery, they be talking about the crime boss, yeah, that's me, Where the cash at? Where the bag at? I'm in love with the crime and I can change that. Where the cash at? Where the bag at? I'm in love with the crime and I can change that. Money on my mind, money to the grave, money till I die. So what you say? I don't wanna hear you. Shut your mouth, put your hands